We're good to go. We're good to go. I've filled this multiple times. Now, all right. Welcome back to another video. Just quick question for everybody. Have you ever wondered, why you want to go to Japan, right? And yeah, I guess because you're in this channel, you love anime, right? But then again, a lot of people want to go to Japan, and there's like a plethora of reasons, right? You want to go there for the culture, you want to go and learn their language, right? But why specifically Japan, right? There's like so many other languages, and there's so many other places with great sightseeing, and the only reason, one of the biggest reasons why why I chose this meme is because it's actually kind of true. There's this two by two no, like one by one meme where like, oh, the first is like this normal guy looking at look at the mountain, and the mountain is like, oh, a normal mountain, the guy just like stares at nothing. But then if the mountain's from Japan, the guy is like pogging, you know. I have been thinking about this quite a lot, like why particularly Japan, and this does tie back to the otaku's journey, because I feel like there's significance within the otaku's journey that led to people wanting to go to Japan, right? So let's dial it back, right? You right now have a holiday. You have a holiday of 2 weeks, probably more than a week, right? And I personally feel like if you're gonna go on a holiday, I feel like just a week isn't sufficient. If you want to go on a good holiday, I think more than a week, at the like maybe a week and 3 days would be like what, bare minimum. Like, but 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? Then you can like schedule which time. I mean, I'm not here to talk about a good holiday regimen. I'm just here to tell you like why holiday there, basically why holiday Japan, right? So you have like a few weeks of holiday, and you want to, go anywhere, right? There's like so many other places, but people want to go to Japan, right? And let's not just add otakus. Right now, let's not talk about otakus just yet. But then, surprisingly, a lot of the numbers really want to go to Japan, right? And I've been thinking about it, right? So recently, Trash Taste, there was a podcast with Pokimane, and they were asking to her, okay, what's exciting, what's fun about Korea. And she said the following, the food was nice, the site was beautiful, very nice mountainous regions and everything. Like, it's a thing that you would hear in multiple places. Like, you could go to the Philippines right now, and hey, shout out to the Philippine lads, let's go, right? You go to the Philippines, it's the same thing. Very nice, very beautiful mountainous regions, really great food, right? The best food reviewer could tell you why the food is good. I'm no Filipino. I'm just a Malaysian, right? Well, I would say that Malaysian food is kind of good as well. But right, I would still say that her reasoning, right, for me, like if I was like a random person, I wouldn't really want to really go, right? And this is not just me being a hater. I love what they do at Korea. You see, here's the thing. I'm not here saying that, oh, because I'm an anime fan, I don't need to care about Korean stuff. No, I love K-pop stuff and everything, but I'm not like a big fan. I'm just like at the tippy toes of stuff. I'd be like, oh, BTS in it, yeah, bless, right? But that is as far as my knowledge goes when it comes to K-pop and a little bit of K-drama. I won't really, like if you were to come at me and test the 50, the 50 list of K-drama, I think I would be on the floor spazzing, right? So let's not go there, right? But again, this is not to double down on Korea, but it's just that the reasons that Pokemon said, for me, it's just not enough. And I know people are going to say, like, hey, as a like as a person who likes to go out to different countries, I can tell, how unique are the regions are, or like how unique the sites are. That's cool and all, but that is just you as like a traveler. But like, what if I just want to take like a good holiday, right? why Korea? And if what you're telling me is that, oh, because of the region, because of the food, then I would put up there and say Mongolia as well. Mongolia is also very beautiful, very mountainous. There's a lot of like very indigenous food there. Why not go there instead of Korea? Like I need to find like a very compelling reason, right? Now, Japan, right? Japan has one of the most state of the art arcades there, right? Their gaming facilities are just next level. Everybody, I'm telling you, they make mecha games make you feel like a pilot, okay? Like those games, they go to the arcades and you try to pilot a robot and stuff. Well, guess what? They're taking it to the next level, right? It is just fun there, Like when it comes to like their gaming, their game is just off the charts, right? And heck, one of the most famous games that we now know and love is from Japan. Mario. You got like Street Fighter, the Yakuza games, and I know I'm going at that point. I'm going in like down deep. Pokemon, no, Pokemon games, right? So for me, I'm like, oh, that'd be nice. So like, if let's just say I'm traveling on my own, and I've done sightseeing and stuff, and food is nice. What people don't understand is that you don't just eat and look around when it comes to like going on a holiday. You also want to you just want to chillax, right? And once again, I'm well aware games are everywhere. You don't just play games in a country. That is true, but a country where the gaming side of things is just out of this world, and one of them is being Japan, right? So to know that people are just saying, oh, because of X, Y, and Z, and that X, Y, and Z being like the place, the food, the side, right? I feel like it's just the same thing, and Japan has it too. And people say, well, Korea's better though because the architecture is very high. State of Europe. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I guess so, right? And the reason why I say that because I'm biased. I mean, of course, I would love Japan even more, But yeah, you know what? If a scientist or like a mechanic or an engineer were to come up to me, like a very smart engineer, and be like, "Hey, the architecture of Korea is better than Japan," and I'll be like, "Damn, I wouldn't really argue with that." But I would still say otherwise. But it's fine. But it's just that. But then that's just the norm, innit? Like every other country has their own unique way on creating their houses and stuff, right? But Japan, it's more than that. One of them being games. All right, let's not talk about games, right? Let's not talk about games. It's the land of anime and manga. Now, otakus, listen up. The amount of anime that you can get in Japan is crazy, right? It's just crazy, right? And I'm pretty sure in their cinemas, like when you go to your own cinemas, there's like 3 types of subtitles when you see in the movies. I'm pretty sure they have them too, right? But in Japan, right? So imagine that, like you want to watch an anime movie, and Japan has this thing where like if you were to watch a movie there and it's a rerun of an old movie, a rerun of an old anime movie. Like if I'm not mistaken, until now, Demon Slayer is still in the cinemas. It's crazy. Imagine looking at a movie that's like literally last year and it's still there. Insane, okay? So, and not only that, you get like a lot, like right now, One Piece Film Red is already in Japan, and I bet they're all fuzzling around there. And here we are in Malaysia and other countries, gotta wait for like November. You gotta wait for November. And that's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I just wish it was sooner. I just really wish it was sooner. But yeah, like anime and mangas there. So like as an otaku, that's like heaven. And I'm not here gonna talk about the figurines and everything, but that's the crazy part. And of course, with this with the light novels and the big novels, whichever you want, it's right there. And that's just insane. That's just very, very cool. And I guess just to add my own bias, karate is also, it's there. It's their place, And Americans, I know all of you Americans really love to practice karate. So imagine you being a practitioner of karate and you're there, So yeah, they're kiai, So that would be fun for all of you, right? Right, but then let's okay, fine, push aside anime. Idol culture, and idol culture within Japan is nuts up until now. The thing about us right now, we think that idol culture is known because of Hololive, but that's not true. Idol culture has been there since, I don't know, since the start of anime in a way. It is so strong in Japan, and if let's just say if you know like a certain idol there, the community in Japan when it comes to idols, nuts, all right, nuts, I tell you. So that is also the case, right? So yeah, so one, games, two, got anime and manga, and number three, we have idols. Now, before I end this video, people are gonna tell me, listen here, Buckaroo, I'm not gonna go in a country where I just want to play games and just sit in my house all day reading manga. No, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not telling you to be, to close yourself in and read manga and everything. That's not what I want you to do. What I'm trying to say is that these are parts where you could actually have fun on your own, right? Because I would also say part of the reason why you go to a different country just to chillax is also to escape from the worldly life, to escape from your work life, just to de-stress. And in Otaku's journey, we know, well, in my Otaku's journey, that is, we know that because of anime, because of you and your love for video games, right? This is a medium where you're able to just relax and have fun. And one more time, I'm gonna say this again before I get like killed and murdered online. I'm not dabbling down on other countries saying that they don't have, similar stuff that like gaming consoles and everything. I'm not saying that, but Japan in particular, they're very good at games. Heck, a lot of the great games that we now know and love today is because of Japan, right? So let's not take that off. Again, like Sony, Japan, So yeah. Again, this is why like till now for me like Japan will always be number one in my head. And I know a lot of people are telling me, well, hey, well, the Japanese people, they don't like you, It's like the whole Hawaii thing, like, oh yeah, Hawaiians don't want foreigners to come to their country. They hate it and everything. I'm pretty sure there are. And I'm pretty sure there are Japanese people that don't like other foreigners coming to their country. And it's, and hey, as a Malaysian, I know some people that are just a little bit whack in their heads. That's all I gotta say. But hey, one more thing that I like about Japan is that you could tell that these are the type of people that are having it rough too. Like there's literally a job on renting a person for doing nothing. And for me, the only reason why you want a person to be there is because you feel lonely, because you want like a person, to be with you. Meaning to say, they're very lonely people, and for a country to be known with like multiple like shut-ins, otakus, and these are like people who like just shut themselves in, hikikomoris and all of that. These things are needed, like these things like games and anime to keep them sane in a way. So, like once again, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like something about Japan that it just makes you feel like you are alone, but at the same time you're together. You have that sense of communal, like that communal feel, where like yeah, sure, I may be the only foreign that's not Japan within my area, and possibly a lot of people in my area don't really like me and all, but that even some of the Japanese people, be in their mid 30s or teenagers, they probably hate life as well, and they just want to de-stress, and they would do crazy stuff. So I don't know, I just find that Japanese people, the way how they try to hold themselves despite despite the stresses, despite you know the feeling, or like that need to please others, or to really make yourself fit in with the common norms, right? even though you know, you just don't feel the same way. Anime, games, manga, light novels, all of this, even just even idol culture, you know, there's a wave that you're able to be like yourself, the feeling of expression. So yeah, I guess that's in it for me. Talking about this, how long have I talked about this? 15 minutes, really good, concise, I guess. Whether you're watching this or you're listening to this, right? I'm happy. So hope everyone's having a great day. Watch anime. Stay healthy, everybody. Alrighty, just gotta close this real quick.